I pledge allegiance to myself and nothing fucking else. I'm not going to start rhyming for you, but you see, we draw these lines, and I don't just mean national, but we draw these lines, these divisions between things. We create this us versus them scenario. It's part of survival and evolution, and it certainly has its place. But for optimal progress, for personal development, we have to be able to travel beyond limiting borders at times. And limiting ourselves by a flag, by a uniform, by a style or modality puts us into a position of weakness, because then all we know is that thing. And in the case of, say, combat arts, if all you ever train with and against is people of your own style, you are sorely missing out on being able to deal with people from another style. You see, life's not this one-sided, one-dimensional thing where all you have to do is this one thing and hyper-specialize, and there you have it. We certainly need specialists, because specialists are the ones who become obsessive and dig so deep into it and show us where the limits are, and they're the ones that push the boundaries back and say, well, the limits are here, but now with knowledge and technology we can piggyback, and now the limits are over here. So specialists serve a very strong purpose. I'm not one of them, I'm very much a generalist. But the thing is, in order for specialists to truly become specialists, in order for them to explore the limits of what they're doing, they have to look beyond what they're doing. They have to look outside of what they're doing. There have been many scientific leaps and bounds that have been made by people outside of the discipline that made, the initial theory or hypothesis, and the final theorem was proven because of somebody of another discipline looking at it with different eyes. And this is an important lesson in all of life. If you let yourself be limited by being an American, by being a Briton, by being Chinese or Yugoslavian or whatever, you confine yourself to the culture and experiences of that. Now, can you be totally multicultural? No. You're going to have your preferences, and you're going to have your limits of how much you can experience, and that's fine. But to limit yourself and saying, I'm an American, I'm only an American, and this is what I do, well, good for you. You're very myopic, and I hope that your life is fulfilled in your myopia. But you push beyond that, playing guitar. I'm only a jazz guitarist and that's all I do, or I'm only a metal guitarist and that's all I do. Yeah, but you realize it's a string instrument, and it has many notes and many scales and many patterns and modalities, and all these things can happen. Why limit yourself to just a few? My dog is playing with a bone now, so there's a little noise. But the idea is that don't limit yourself to something just because that's where you started, or because that's what you found was your favorite. Use that as a foundation for sure, until something comes along that is stronger, more beneficial, whatever. But cornering yourself in out of some sense of pride or dogma, there we go. You're gonna have a severely limited experience in life, and I certainly don't want that for you, and I really highly doubt you want that for yourself. So just think about where you're placing your own limits, because most of your limits are in fact self-imposed. And just think about them and what you might like to experience and where those limits may need to move. That's all I got for you tonight. Talk to you next time. Good journey.